Jason M.
Hi guys, welcome to my impression of the G2 after using it as my daily driver for 6 months. I really did use this device, and let's see what I think after using it for a long while. Its build quality and design are state of the art. The problems are with the materials used to make this device very slippery and very easy to get smudges. That's why I used cases throughout my whole period of using this device, and I've never dropped it on the floor seriously once without a case. Every time I dropped it, it was okay. The G2 has some serious specs going down the drain for it right now. From last year to now, it's one of the only devices on the market that can still compete with any of the flagships coming out right now. It's very fast, very zippy, and I really like it. And you have to praise LG's engineers for being able to cram down a very large screen in very small body, comparing it to all the flagships that came out this year with smaller screens and they have larger bodies. LG just did a very good job at engineering this device. The device I have here runs Android 4.4.2, and this is running on top of LG's custom UI. And keep in mind, this is not really one of the best Android skins out there. Many reviewers tend to confuse themselves between skins and launchers. If you're not happy with a launcher on Android, that's why there's so many custom launchers you can choose. And I decided to choose Nova Launcher because this actually makes your Android device not stay still and boring. You have a ton of themes and ton of different options you can add on this, and it's just going to make your experience more personal. Using the LG launcher is just nonsense, because to me actually it wasn't a great launcher. Using this on KitKat is just very good, very smooth. LG's UI has always been smooth as compared to other Android UIs. It's just sitting on top of stock Android, doing nothing else, just adding more to the experience without making it slow. And it's not a slow experience at all. It's a very enjoyable, pleasing, and quick experience all through using this device. I really love it. It also has an outstanding camera. It's one of the best cameras on any Android phones that you can get, even up to date at this moment of making a video. It takes very quick shots, as you can see. It takes very quick shots by me holding the shot there. One of the features of this camera too now with Android 4.4 KitKat is it's that 4.4 KitKat enables the ability for the camera to be able to have magic focus. Magic focus is a feature brought from the LG G Pro 2, and this is very easy to install just by having an APK. Just an APK you can get from XDA, and you can install and get magic focus easily. This actually permits you to refocus your shot after you've taken it, and you only need to select this feature to be able to have it. It's not like actually on the HTC One where any shot can be refocused, but it works better than that on the HTC One, as you guys are going to see there. You take shots at different focal lengths, and then you hit the button, and once you hit the button you can have the option to refocus either by using a normal tap to focus, or the best way to do this is by using the slider. The slider on the side is the best way of using this, because actually it uses manual focus and it gives you more of the bokeh effect than when you use tap to focus on this. You can also put everything in focus by your decision, and you can also decide to save the shot right there. Another option I want to share with you guys from this camera is the slow motion video that can be taken now. And all this is if I push the Oli if I start recording and I push the Oli to the ground, as you guys can see, I'm going to play you the slow motion video. It's actually very good. It does this at 120 frames per second, and it's going to play it at 720p. Which is actually a very decent resolution. Does it exactly like the iPhone 5s, as you guys can see there. Very cool, very nice to have. One feature I also wanted to share with you guys is having panoramas, and these panoramas are actually special because it records 20K by 3K and up to 20 megapixel images, which can just give you 70 megapixel images, which is just outstanding for a smartphone. I use my G2 sometimes too because it has an IR blaster. I control my TV and everything is just okay controlling this. Some features from the G Pro 2, like mini view, which helps you shrink down the display for those with really small hands, are also on the G2 right now. And all of this is because LG G2 is running Android 4.4 KitKat, and LG skin permits you to have this on 4.4 KitKat because of the high API levels that are enabled. But this is actually very good, a very good feature for those who really think the G2 is big. I've never seen this like a problem, but it's good to have it. Split view is also something I really like that is also on the G2, because when you have split view, everything just looks simple. You know, a large screen, multitasking just becomes very, very easy and nice and fun to use. And it's actually been upgraded. There are some new features added that you can drag and drop stuff from one application to the other, and you can use any app for this. It's not limited like Samsung's own multi-window. And one of the things I really hate with this LG's UI, the only thing I really hate, the only true software gimmick here is slide aside, because I found no use for it. After 6 months, it's just there, useless, and I never found myself using this. This is the only feature I never use. It's not that it doesn't work. It works really well. It keeps some applications in the background, but I just don't know the use for this seriously, because you have multitasking and then there's no use for this, so I just turn it off. A feature I love and that enhances the battery life on the G2 very drastically is GRAM. GRAM is basically helping you save battery life when you're just on an SMS thread or Google Plus, or just looking at pictures or doing anything else on your device. When your device has a static display, what happens is GRAM is taking care of saving your battery while you're looking at this. And I'm a student, usually I have some of my formulae I look up from my device, and it just helps me get a lot more battery life than I would have thought, because sometimes I get outstanding good battery life from the LG G2. And guys, even up to today, the G2 is still one of the best phones with battery life. I easily get 7 hours screen on time, and every time I get past 6 hours screen on time, it's just one of the best devices right now with great battery lives, and I can recommend it. As for the buttons on the back, I've never really had issues using them. I got used to them after about 2 or 3 days of use, and I think they're futuristic and unique. They won't be applied to every single device, but I think it's a very good step, because when LG did this, it permitted them to be able to balance the device and make sure that it's good for lefties and righties, and also make sure that it can increase the screen. That was it, guys. What do you think? I still believe the G2 is the best Android device for me, and there's nothing else in the market that can make me shift. So like and subscribe if you like this video.